Midsommar. What a trip. Let's get into it. Midsommar is a time for celebration, but this movie flips on its head and it is not for the faint of heart. Now, before I get into this review, let me start by saying this is not your typical horror at all. This is way more of a slow burn, focused on psychological dread, eeriness type deal. This film is visually stunning, man. I really can't lie. The cinematography with all the vibrant colors and the shots, it's gold. It's 10 out of 10. The acting in this film is great. The supporting cast does its part, which is exactly what a supporting cast is supposed to do. But the real standout is the lead, Florence Pugh. I think Florence Pugh. So let me tell you how this went for me when I was watching this. First half of the movie, and mind you, this is a longer movie. It's 2.5 hours. First half of it is very, very slow, but I was captivated, man. I was locked in. I can't lie. Then about the halfway mark, it turns really slow for about a half hour, and it's like, okay, boring. But then, all of a sudden, you're just like, what the hell am I watching? And for the remainder of the movie, you're like, what the hell am I watching? There's no moments in this film where you're scared, per se. Like, there's no jump scares. It's just like a whole bunch of eeriness, and like, it's pretty uncomfortable at times. Uneasy. That's the word I'm looking for. Multiple parts in this film where your body is just uneasy. The critics gave this movie an 83% and the audience a 63%. I side more along with the audience. I gave this movie a 6.5, so I'm pretty much the fucking audience. I don't know how A24 keeps getting all these good critic scores. And I'm not saying that as hate, because I love A24 films. If you know my page, I love them. But it's almost like every single thing they put out is deemed a classic. It's deemed great. And I don't know about that. As I said, I absolutely love the cinematography and I love the acting. So you ask, why only a 6.5? Because the story. Because even for me, for someone who loves weird movies, it just didn't work for me. And that's okay. It's still an above average movie. There's too many great qualities about this film to rate it any lower than 6.5. So if you absolutely like the stuff that they're giving off in this, I can see it actually being 8.5. So it's not a movie that I would recommend, but hey, you might like it. But unfortunately, this movie does not pass the homie review.